I'm like, what? Some people say, oh, to see that man, it's not easy. That man a big man and XYZ. But then you hear you are sitting there right before me. And the Oma is there. I said, Oma, in my mind here, I your son. And I sit down, I talk the Kolokwa. Such an environment, such a language. Communication is for understanding. I go meet the Oma and say, Oma, how you faring today? I say, my son, you will not be well with you. Are we together? Parental community what? Engagement. Even the children that we have in our school, let's take time to visit their parents. My advice, when you go there, before you go, eat something first. The thing they go hunger, it can disgrace people. Because you get to the place like, oh my, spend the tobacco. Then you see a chip. Say, Mr. President, what are you doing? Then you see the broomstick, the chicken feet. You say, Mr. President, are you okay? Then oh my, stay there. Your whole attention is just on the tobacco. You say, yeah, a good official. As we finish eating, every other thing you talk, they will not believe you. He said, I just found the head and said, okay, we understand. Now head of there. The way you go open your mouth and go chop them. Now head of that. See, principal lacking the spoon. Carry north, south, east, and west. Then you concentrate the valley. Wow! See the principal. They said, principal, how am I so doing? You do well. You do well. Amanda. Let's move. No time. I have a lot to tell you, but no time. Improve resource management. Every organization runs on 2 resources. Sometimes people call it 3. But the third one is understood in the second one. The first resource that we need is the human resource. The HR, human resource. It is human being that is standing here talking to you. The next resource is I'm using a microphone, I'm using a projector, I'm using laptop, I'm using a projection screen, I'm using a remote, you are using a chairs. These are materials. But it is a human being that will use the what? The materials. So the organization needs human being first. Then the second thing they need is what? Material. But why give me the microphone? Why get the microphone? Money. Minister operating, nothing embarrassing you. M-O-N-U-R. Minister operating, nothing embarrassing you. As soon as you get money, straight you minister. In your operation, nothing can embarrass you. But when you get money, you working, you want to eat shawarma, it will not embarrass you. Money will bring shawarma for you. So actually, money is there to serve us. The way other people can be worshiping money is lack of knowledge. Money is not meant to be worshipped. Money is meant to serve us. I want shawarma, so I said money, go bring me shawarma. I send the money. What comes? Shawarma comes to me. The money has saved me. So money is just there to serve us. It's not for us to worship it. So the institution use money to get materials. So we normally say just human resource and what? Material resource. So we say optimize budget allocation. When I'm teaching school finance and budgeting, what I normally tell administrators is this: if you don't plan, you will always spend more than you can earn. One principal made a mistake, and by extension, he was also the proprietor for the school because he established the school. When the parents did the registration, you know, the first registration I can come between August, September to late October, it can be huge. When the men saw the money, and then the men woke up. You know, the man when he bought 1 whole car. Very poor calculation. very poor calculation. He was not calculating the aftermath. He only saw the car. That's why the Bible is clear. The ordinary man will live by sight, but the extraordinary man will live beyond sight. So he bought a car. What is the next thing? Is that about the gas? What is the next thing? Is that about the oil? What is the next thing? Is that buying the brakes, something? What is the next thing? Is that servicing? Dial, SYC. He didn't take into consideration that there is something in project ready to call circular operation. Every time you open one door, another door will open. So by buying car, he felt that he was under the world. But not knowing he was going home in his finance. That's how many school administrators make the mistake. The first money that you gather from August, September to October, that first money, when you do your budgetary allocation, the first money to take from there is the teacher's salary. Are we together? The teachers are enjoying this now. The teachers are enjoying this now. Yes. Are we together? Hello? That's why in your budget, please, I don't have much time, so let me summarize quickly. That's why in your budget, staff honorarium must be the first priority. In the absence of chalk, the teacher can still teach. But in the absence of the teacher, the chalk cannot teach. So once I can pay my teacher from September to June, if I don't have chalk, teaching will still go on. If I don't have leadership, my friend, song that way, we can do it. Are we together? You have not taken your teacher's salary to put it aside. Some principal even have the audacity to go to the market and just stay in the store. Give me liner sheet, 50 cartons. Give me poster sheet, 10 rings. Give me chalk, 99 packs or cartoon. Give me this, give me that. Then they get it under the coming the Christmas tree. And now, excuse me, once the teachers see you buying things, they say, but then they make get money. Then the mocker door, he say, we are trusting the Lord. He say, Baby, I respect you. I want you, please, I beg you. I want you to bring something to me that will make me angry. We trust the Lord, we get job. We have leadership. We have this, so we trust the Lord. I'm not get trust the Lord for. He said, Baby, I respect you. I beg you. Are we there? Optimal budget allocation. So you sit down, you do your budget. If I have 15 teachers, you summarize their salary and pay the person 8,000, 9,000, 12,000, 10,000, 7,000, 6,000, 5,000, 4,000. You amalgamate all. You have maybe the total will be what? 200,000 or 300,000 per month. 300,000 times 10 months. And at 3 million. So any money that is coming in, your first and foremost objective is to target that 3 million. As soon as you get that 3 million, go lay down and sleep. Go feed yourself. The school will run correct. The teacher guy say, oh my man, no job. No job was at peace. How will the men not teach? The men lagging in your back pocket. So they will teach. Amanda, optimize your budget. Leverage technology. I know this one is hard. Like I said, you need 3 knowledge now. Content knowledge, pedagogical knowledge, you need what? Technology knowledge. Sorry to say that Liberia is an underground country. We are not even behind those that are behind. So where are we? We are on ground. That's the way I can put it. That's why you see, when COVID came to 2019, everybody was affected, but they managed to adjust quickly, right? See Labro on the phone. The Ministry of Education said, education by radio. I said, you can teach faces by radio. You can teach mouth by radio. What kind of fun you're making in the country? So, said, I'm beginning to more sharp. I'm beginning to more sharp. You don't teach physics by radio. You don't teach mathematics by. Even the one who teaching by chalkboard, we don't understand it. Now by radio, we understand. Are we together? Let's face the reality. Let's call a spade a spade. Our educational system now, we need technology. We need technology. We need to start introducing Google Classroom. Hello, please. Those students at the back, what's going on there? Please pay attention to what either you pay attention to me or you will answer. The spirit is subject to the prophet. Are we together? So we need technology in our education system. But let me be quick to say, technology is divided into two. We have traditional technology and we have digital technology. Alright? So the chalk and chalkboard, they are still technology, but they are what? Traditional technology. Technology is anything that is used to serve you for a particular purpose. If I use the pot to cook my food, the pot is a technology, the copper is a technology, they are serving me. I want to eat beans. And the copper that will get the fire to the pot that will boil the beans for me to eat it. That technology right there. But the only thing about it is traditional technology. Even the white stove you use is a traditional technology. I did not know until I went for my study in educational technology. Yeah, by the special grace of God, I did 3 years study in master's degree in educational technology. It was then my eyes opened. And I see that the whole world now is far better with technology than a traditional approach. So we need these things. Effective starving. The one starving me, putting the right people in the right position. I won't call starving. When you put the right person in the wrong position, it's not starving, that favor. So anytime you do it, I just call it favor or favoring. Don't say starving. Are we together? Yeah. The people call it short, they say when you take your brother, you put in the position, they say that Nipo gazing. But there's a debate. If your brother is qualified, why not? Focus on teacher support and development. Teacher evaluation and feedback, ongoing professional development like what we are doing, workload management. You look at one teacher, you gain 9 subjects. Then you say, Mama, I trust your ability. I know what you can do. I know what you can do. I know what you can do. Oh, Mama, you strong. You get a man, that's all they say, a man strong. Then a man passing, he passes without no saying here. I'm strong. I'm strong. Are we together? Manage the workload. In the African proverb, I tell people, chew what you can swallow. When you chew more than what you can swallow, you will get your throat problem. The way God face a throat, that certain size supposed to pass. When the size is bigger than the throat will not take it. That's why you see when some women go to give birth, so they say the condition of the child, you can't give birth normally, we have to conduct surgery. So please, create a positive school culture. The word culture means a way of life. In a school, how we are supposed to live, how we are supposed to interact, how we are supposed to do things. You have to create that culture. The culture of respect, the culture of discipline, the culture of humility. Create that culture. So develop a clear vision and mission. Focus, foster, First one is Worshop. Everybody, for different background. There's room for everybody. Recognition and walks. Those are everyone out there and everyone recording. Enhance curriculum and instructional practices. Curriculum review.
Hello, sir. Tell us your name.
My name is Pastor Henry J. Bima.
So tell us exactly what's happening here. I do see the movement of Liberia. What are you doing here specifically?
Well, Christian Student Movement Liberia. It's a Christian organization. We usually we deal with students, and then this time around we thought it was to have a teacher refresher workshop for our schools, teachers that we've been operating with, and the workshop is for both school administrators and the teachers. So that's why we are here. This is our first cycle, and we are trusting God. But before the end of this semester, we also have another cycle. So that's why we are here for the teacher refresher workshop.
What are specific topics that you are dealing with?
Well, specifically, there are two group of people we are dealing with today. We are dealing with the teachers in general, and for the teachers angle, we are discussing how to integrate the Bible. How to integrate the Bible into teaching. So integrating biblical principles into teaching. You're not just teaching for academic activity, but you are teaching also for the hand, you are teaching for the mind, you are teaching for the heart. So, and we want to inculcate into the students a real life principles. How to bring the real life Bible into the classroom. How to teach real life into the classroom, because the students are in the classroom. Sometimes we see the students in the classroom are just ordinary people. But for today, we learned that the students are not ordinary people. The students are ambassadors. So for every country, any country to rise above her, the quality of education must be the quality of leaders that you're producing. And no students are going to be greater than the teacher. So the quality of teachers you have in the classroom will be the quality of students you have. The more excellent the students are, that's the more excellent the teachers will be. So we want it to be to cooperate with both the teaching and blending it with the Bible as the real life. So for the administrators, they are leaders, and those students we operating with them. Some of them with their own scholarships, some of them have biblical questions with them, but they come from a school, and if you want to deal with them, you must find a root. So where they come from. So in order to track them, in order to know them, we have to go back to train the leaders, train the teachers, and when we train them, in turn, we believe that those teachers that will translate those lessons to the students. That's why we decided to call this workshop.
Who are some of the partners you're working with relative to educational stakeholders?
Well, currently, we are in partner with the school leadership teacher refresher workshop. They usually conduct seminars for teachers. And currently, even the facilitators we have, Mr. Darric Dennis, who is also the director or the founder of the school teachers leadership refresher training workshop. We are partnership with them. And we are hoping that there should be more partnership. We are extending out to organizations, to institutions that are involved, into educational matter, into Christian, into the Bible, teaching the Bible. We also want to extend our branches to them. Most especially not forget about the schools that we are working with.
What role does the Ministry of Education has to play in this matter?
They have a pivotal role to play. The first thing, the Ministry of Education, every one of us know is the guide. Any educational activity that goes on in the country, everyone are subject to the Ministry of Education. So anything you do, you are under the umbrella of the Ministry of Education. They provide general supervision for all of the schools. So therefore, there is no way you can conduct any academic activity excluding the ministry out of it. So the ministry is the guide. But what we're doing here is we are talking so that the ministry can blend. Now, ministry have what we call relational education, right? But are we trying to bring them in the classroom, or are we not saying it in our mouth? How effective is it? How effective the teaching is? So we want to bring the teaching, not just take it from the curriculum, but we want to bring it into real life, into practical experience in the classroom, so that the students will have a hands-on, they will have purpose, one-on-one interaction. Let the students know. Don't just go to school and just listen. Life is is more beyond than what we do in the classroom. Learning is not just restricted to the classroom, but we learn more up beyond the classroom. There are other activities, there are life experience, there are mentorship, there are coaching that you need. You need people to coach you, you need people to be your mentor. So automatically we need the ministry. There's no way we can work out us the ministry.
What are results you are getting so far?
Well, it's overwhelming. We just from the first session we noticed, I mean, the teachers are gaining more interest. Even schools administrators are gaining more interest. Initially, we actually target 130 participants. But there were other schools who also developed interest in the workshop, and they came out to us, they reached out to us, and they appealed to us. So if you technically look, our number has increased, and we are hoping that next time, the next session we may have more than 200 participants.
Any final thing you want to say?
Well, we want to say firstly to the public, Christian Student Movement Liberia, we are here purposely to make sure to bring a change. The generation, if you look at most of our children, this generation is going away slowly. This generation is washing away slowly. So in order to bring the generation back alive, we have to inculcate Christianity, we have to inculcate the Bible, real life teaching. So we are appealing to all of our schools and those our viewers. All of these things, we will need support. And we are giving us scholarship to students. There are students, we have more than 50 students that benefited from the organization scholarship. And we want to extend, we want to even do more. Because our intent here is that there are parents out there. Some of them cannot even afford to send their children to school. There are brilliant kids out there. Some of them want to go to school, but the opportunity is not there. So we are also appealing, we want help so that we can be able to extend. There are other schools, imagine we are in Maserati, there are other schools outside Maserati that even want us to help them, to help their children. So how do we do that? We need finance. So whosoever that is watching, we are also appealing to donors, to partners. Our arms are open. We're waiting to cooperate. We're waiting to partnership with any organization that will buy our vision.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So I do have another gentleman here who will shortly introduce himself. Welcome and tell us your name.
Anyway, thank you. I'm Sonny S. King, standing before you. I'm the General Supervisor of this unique organization called the Christian Student Movement of Liberia.
Okay, so exactly what are the activities you are involved with?
We have a lot of activity on our brochure. We are involving in molding the mind of the student to actually understand the Bible, because our main goal is to make students to know God for themselves. That is the motto of the organization and the main idea of behind the organization. But we are involved in other activities. Like we carry on spelling bee, sporting activities. And as you can see today, we decided first of a kind for such an organization like this, Christian organization, to organize such a unique workshop, teacher refresher workshop, and especially the administrative side, because usually people always organize teacher workshop. But today we are organizing 2-in-1, both teachers and administrators. Yes.
So what are some of the areas specifically you are teaching some of those topics?
Yeah, we are talking about we also look at the curriculum today, and we look at the mental use. We don't only depend on the content, because we have two types of teacher, the content and the pedagogical teacher, or just only knowing the content and not knowing how to teach. It also embarrassing our educational system. So as a teacher, you should be able to understand both the content and the teaching style that we use.
Do you have plans to make some follow-ups, later on during the academic journey or the academic year, especially with the leaders leaders from different schools. Will you make some follow-ups?
Yes, sir. Yes, it is in our plan, and every academic year, as you regularly said, it is in our plan. We always make follow-up. And even right after the workshop, this is why we requested for their numbers to do follow-up, to see some of those things that were taught there today, whether it is being practical labs in those schools that we invited. Yeah, we actually have plans.
What are plans as well to take this program outside? One of the things that is lacking, is actually funding. Because presently the organization is handled single-handedly by one man in the state called Pastor J.U.G. Dishiu. So we are asking our government, even our donors in other countries, to help to move the organization forward, to even leave. Because we are 14 years now, but we're still in Maserado due to lack of funding. Yeah, so thank you. It's a pleasure.
Darric Dennis.
Yeah, Darric, welcome to our interview.
Thank you.
So I see you here, I'm sure, as the lead facilitator. I stand to be correct on that.
Yes.
Tell us exactly what's happening. Your viewers are eager to know what's happening.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Is this KMTV?
This is KMTV.
KM?
Yes.
Okay, thank you KMTV for the time. And my name is Darric Dennis. I work for the Lacoste College of Education. I serve as the chairperson for the Department of School Administration, a senior lecturer, also a member of the senior management team. And the Christian Student Movement is a Christian organization organized by one of my childhood friends, Pastor J.U.D. Dishiu, who is currently in the United States of America. And he contacted me back home that as part of the CSM programming activities, before the opening of school, they thought it necessary to do a refresher workshop for teachers and for school administrators. So since this morning, we've been here by 8 to 9 a.m. this morning we're here, and then we've been drilling the teachers through what we call integration of biblical principles into teaching and learning. Now, a school that is called a Christian school should be able to integrate biblical principles into the lesson that they teach in the class, so that the children understand that there is a need to teach for the hair, there's a need to teach for the heart, and there's a need to teach for the hand. And then the administrative section, we're looking at qualities for improving school leadership. So we're looking at some of the different skills, how to do professional development, looking at budgeting for the school environment or for the running of the school, among other things.
I know it's good that you're in the education sector. There are some missing links that might have prompted such initiatives. Can you share with us some of those links?
All right, so basically we have two groups of people coming to the classroom. Sometimes at the level of the teacher college, we call them pre-service, and we have the in-service. We have those who have just graduated from school, and we have those who are working with school, but they have never been to the teacher college. So these people, when we absorb them in the system, there's a need to provide training for them, because while they are still in the training section, we need to help them, because you can't wait for them to graduate from the teacher college before you start providing help. You must start giving them help, so that while they are getting help from the teacher college, plus the one you're giving them, it will prepare them to be able to provide the kind of instruction that is needed in the classroom. Because of course the teaching profession is a very unique place, but it should be handled carefully by professional people, because the teacher needs three basic knowledge. The teacher needs content knowledge, that means in the subject that the teacher teaches. The teacher needs pedagogical or teaching knowledge, that means how to teach the subject. Then the teacher needs technology knowledge.
Do we have those in Liberia?
Basically,
for your understanding of finding.
Basically, I think we have more of content knowledge, and that's why the teacher college is there to produce and the pedagogical knowledge. So we have part of the content knowledge, we have part of the pedagogical knowledge. But what I think that is really lacking in Liberia is a technology knowledge. The integration of technology into our classroom. Many teachers have had the opportunity to provide training for schools across most of our country, and it was very challenging because the lesson that I took to drill the teachers through, to even cross one slide to another slide, it was not easy because some people, it's like, this is the first time, this is my first interaction, this is my first experience. So if the teacher is struggling with technology, what happens to the students in the classroom? So I think that Liberia will need to wake up, because technology now is the order of the day. You can't talk about 21st century education and don't mention technology.
Are you advancing some of those conversations, those recommendations with national government, like the body that is responsible for education, the Ministry of Education?
Yes, we've flagged that on the radio. In fact, last year I had a privilege. The USAID and test team sent, we were 11, they sent out to Ghana. We went on a study tour. We want to study the education system of Ghana and align with what is happening here in Liberia and see what Ghana is doing that is working well, and how we can copy from Ghana. When we came back, we wrote our report. I personally wrote my report, submitted it to the teacher college, La Cosses, and then I submitted it to USAID and test. And those reports were spread with the Ministry of Education, with the National Commission on Higher Education, because being a senior member of the La Cosses team, I also work with the USAID team in the development of curriculum for primary education and early childhood education. And we have been able to develop the curriculum. I think it's in the finishing stage now, to the last semester, from semester 1 all the way to semester 8. Now, one of the issues that we have flagged is the issue of technology. At La Cosses currently, we introduce technology integration and technology in the classroom. And other universities across Liberia need to do the same, because if teachers come to the teacher college and they only carry content and pedagogical knowledge and they don't carry technology knowledge, it makes teaching very difficult.
Teachers Refresher Workshop, first of its kind, Montserrado County, which I think is very, very small. What are plans to expand this program out of Montserrado?
Well, that question is good, but the previous speaker before me, I don't work with CSM. They just got in touch with me based on a relationship, and I thought to make myself available to provide a service, because I'm also passionate about teacher professional development. So when I'm called upon on these things, I don't hesitate.
It could be an idea that you could proffer to them as well.
Well, I also run my own program called the SLRT, the School Leaders Refresher Training, that I run twice a year. But basically, I'm into providing professional development for school leaders. And of course, by extension, teachers are school leaders. Yeah, so that's what I do.
You spoke on key issues, good topics. What were the feedbacks you were getting from the school leaders and the instructors in there?
Yes, the feedback was very much welcoming. And both of the students, sorry, I'm calling a student, but both of the participants, they expressed,
by extension, they were your students today.
Of course, yeah. But in this setting now, they're calling participants.
Okay.
All right. Both of the participants expressed, because my section, I divided my section into 4. So after each section, I gave 5 minutes of assessment, 2 questions. After each section, 5 minutes of assessment. And I used that opportunity to check for understanding, because as a professional teacher, you can't just be teaching and you are not checking to know what you are teaching. People are following you, right? So after each session, I paused and I gave opportunity, and the participants were able to share their learning, and some people even show me their notes, what they have jotted, what they are carrying, what they are taking with them. So I was even encouraged to keep going from one section to another section, and that's how we were able to climb us.
And a concluding statement.
So, we want to thank CSM, Christian Student Movement, for providing such an opportunity. And like the previous speaker said, one thing we really miss out in this country, we don't support things that are genuine, that are substantial. it's always difficult. I've been to the business for about 18 years now, and I know what it takes to be a teacher. In fact, you are almost saying like you are nobody in society. You know, people don't care, and people don't think that teachers have family. People don't think that teachers got children, that teachers are married people. They don't think that teachers will sleep in house.
Is that a takeaway from, productivity?
Well, I think it's a mindset, and we have narrowed our mindset too much. Because, for example, if your garden is producing the necessary crop that is giving you profit to do what you are doing, you give careful attention to that garden. If we see teachers as catalysts for nation building, when you look at the core of our education system, one of the key issues there is students should become, nation builders. The question is how. It will take a teacher. You cannot have excellent students when you don't have excellent teachers. So we are encouraging government continue to roll out the curriculum, continue to roll out support. One of the issues that government has now done for years, and I can say this, is the Constitution of Liberia says government is supposed to provide subsidy to private schools. So government is only focusing on government schools and now on private schools. That's why you see, even though I don't agree with everything that the private school owners do, but people will continue to high school fees. And it's not possible for all the students to go to government school. No matter what government does, people will still have to go to private school because we don't even have sufficient government school to absorb the entire population. So when government can invest into the private institutions, and then government can now tell the private institution, look, your budget is 1.5 million. We are giving you this, and this as subsidy. Can you reduce your cost of tuition to this amount, to that amount?
How far have you taken that argument?
Sorry?
How far have you taken that conversation?
Well, I have been on the radio several times.
Radio might not be enough.
I work with the National Association of Liberia School Principals. I serve as the Secretary General for the entire Montserrat County. We have had meetings with past ministers, current ministers. In fact, we sat in stakeholder meeting, and some of the meetings didn't really end well because of what we profit, of what we stand for. But be as it may, the records are still there that this is what we stand for. So the National Principal Association, we were able, on the George Weah government, we produced a document that even the past minister, Minister Ansu Soni, is signed to, and Alexander Tuopu, they all signed to it. We've written a couple of issues, we raised a couple of issues, but again, it is one thing to say something, it's another thing for government to do, because you can't fight government. Government is the most powerful institution, of course, in any setting. All we can say is that let's talk the talk, walk the walk. Let's be true to paper, like what the former president of America said. Let's be true to what we say on paper. If we want education to be a reality, to be an access to Liberian children, let's make it a reality in action, in deeds, and not just words.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, it's a
having
pleasure.
a conversation with
Thank
me.
you.
So he's Darric Dennis. He was one of the facilitators here at this Teachers Refresher workshop organized by the Christian Student Movement of Liberia. My name is Emmanuel. This has been a KMTV exclusive interview. Do have a great time and thanks for joining us.